Okay, all of you Honda Accord owners out there, this is Twilight Ghost video regarding a 2009 Honda Accord LX 2.4 liter, which has been leaking water into the passenger side front cabin anytime there's a rain or you take it to a car wash or anything. And the leak usually occurs somewhere around here. Water will start dripping from up here around the glove box, and then make its way down here, and then of course saturating the carpets. So in an attempt to figure out where this was coming from, and I know there have been a few other YouTube videos out there about this particular problem, if not on the driver's side as well as the passenger side, but here's what I found. It took me a little bit of time, but it was kind of surprising what I found. So first off, I did take off all of the front cowling, I guess you can say, around the engine area, or where the windshield meets the engine compartment, to see if it was leaking somewhere down inside there where the flapper was. I had seen a YouTube video saying that it could be that, but after testing and pouring water all up inside here, there was no water leaking into the cabin like what I described earlier. So then I took the hose, because I was just using a regular garden hose, and I poured the water down here on the windshield, the front, kind of see if it was, you know, making its way someplace else. Also poured the hose down here into the side paneling to see if anything made its way through, and there were no leaks. Nothing like what I described earlier. So again, process of elimination, I went ahead and just kept on moving the hose. Took off this part here too, that, you know, frames the windshield. I started pouring water down the sides here just to kind of see, okay, you know, maybe it's leaking somewhere in the channel. And bear in mind, the windshield was just replaced. So this is a brand new windshield. It looks a little dirty, but trust me, this is brand new. Replaced probably about a month ago. So what I did, now let me demonstrate here really quickly and get the hose. All right. So again, using just a regular water hose, went ahead and poured water, and I went and poured water all the way up to here. You can see in the channel up there, you know, I poured water all the way up here to that clip, that first clip. You can kind of see it there in the video. And nothing, there's no water leaking down there at all. I don't know if you can see that, but there's nothing leaking down there at all. But then when I went higher, the leak started, and let me kind of demonstrate that. So I went a little bit higher. This is just above the windshield, and you can start to see here in just a moment, water will start pouring into the cabin. See it? Up to the right side of the screen there. There you go. See, it's just kind of pouring on in. Plus it's leaking up here too, which I was kind of surprised. Let me see if I can get that in the video or not. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but it's leaking right there. You can see where the plastic meets the cloth there in the top of the car. It was leaking there as well. So here's what happened, guys. For those of you who may have experienced a similar problem, and of course I'm going to send an email over to Honda about this, because this is kind of BS to me. It just shows the kind of craftsmanship that they used when they built this car, because this truly is a mechanical defect, in my opinion at least. If you take a look at it, it's right there. You see that little raised piece? So I can point to it. Right there. Right there. That is where the top of the car meets the side of the pillar. And evidently, the compound that they had inside there was not doing such a good job. It's raised. So I don't know if there was a manufacturer's defect or what happened, but yeah, that is not good at all. See if I can focus in on that a little bit better. It's kind of crappy here. Back out a little bit more. Yeah, right there you can kind of see that. Sorry for it being a little shaky there. I'm holding it with one hand, and it's kind of hot out here. This is Arizona in the summertime, so it's pretty killer. But yeah, so the water, when it would make its way on top of the car into this channel over here, it'd get inside this opening, again, where the top of the car meets the side of the pillar, and water would just literally pour into this opening, get into the pillar over here, and then make its way down and into the cockpit. Needless to say, this is my wife's car. The carpets have been soaked. The car would end up smelling really badly because of mold. We had to throw away the floor mats eventually because they were just pretty bad, mold and mildew. We already had taken out the floor paneling once, cleaned it, put it back in, and thinking that when the new windshield went in that maybe that was a problem, but obviously it was not, because we had a couple other monsoons here, or storms that rain, and it flooded the compartment again. So Honda, if you're watching this, anybody from Honda, guys, bad design. I'm very disappointed. We love Hondas. We just bought our daughter, who just turned 16, a 2013 Honda CRZ. She loves it, but after seeing kind of craftsmanship like this, starting to think about if we want to continue on with Honda. You know, it's just one of those things. You spend a lot of money on a car and you would hope that everything's put together well, especially something like that. I mean, that's just kind of basic, right? Anyway, so again, Honda, if you're watching this, really disappointed. We love our Hondas, but I don't know, man. It's just, I'm really concerned about my daughter's CRZ now. You know, again, it rains out here every so often. It is a desert, but when it rains, and don't need to have that interior of that car getting damaged, especially with all of the electronics. Having moisture in the vehicle is not a good scene. You can fry the computers, you know, corrode the fuses, whatever it is, depending on where the water's hitting. So anyway, it looks like we're probably going to have to take the carpets out again. I don't know how much that's going to cost. Again, Honda, if you're listening, appreciate some help here, considering this is not our fault. This is a manufacturer defect. This is a 2009 Honda Accord. Again, this is Twilight Ghost video regarding the leak in the front passenger side cabin resulting from an opening in the weld between the windshield and the pillar. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll talk again later. Hopefully it's something good, not something like this. All right, thanks guys.